Yeah.
It's PicklePod. We've got Dekel Bar. I've already been interrupted. Tyson's already laughing at me.
Yes.
Many
I'm
people
laughing
call
at
him
Dekel.
Dekel Bar. Can I even do my
Dekel.
intro? Can I even do my
Yeah.
intro?
Restart your intro. Let's restart real quick.
Nope, we're gonna keep going.
Okay,
Dekel
that's
Bar,
it.
28 years old, 210, 6'3", out of Haifa, Israel. Is that how I say it? Did I say it right?
Yeah, perfect.
Ooh,
Look at
nailed
you.
that.
I bet it wasn't fully perfect, but Dekel doesn't want to correct you.
I want to make you look good on the podcast.
Yeah. I see.
would.
He's a pro. He knows exactly what he's doing. Make your partner look good.
I need all the help I can get.
Nice. No, I don't think so, Thomas. I think you're doing okay. And you've got youth
Dude,
on
thanks.
your side. Yeah.
This is why we work well together. You're so supportive.
I mean, when you're 42, like I am, you're going to have if you keep doing a podcast every week, you're going to have over a decade under your belt.
Wow.
How old are you again,
that.
Thomas? 28?
No need to talk about that. We're talking about Dekel.
Okay. Dekel.
He's 28.
From Israel.
Yeah.
He's
We've
28.
been over
And
that,
you're
guys.
yeah, no, but I wanted to say something. How long have you been in the States?
I've been in the States for about a year and a half now.
And why is your English so perfect with almost no accent at all?
Wow, thank you. I've always been traveling, traveled a lot for tennis. Came to the U.S. every year for a few weeks or a month. So just mostly traveling.
Are you
Okay,
angry at Americans? Are you angry at Americans
what?
that we only know? Are you angry at Americans that we only
yes.
know one language?
I'm angry at Americans for a lot of things. No.
Most people.
No, I mean, yeah. Why do you guys don't speak Hebrew? It'll be a lot easier for everybody. I think.
It's true. I almost was like, I wish I at least knew one word that would fit this perfectly. It'd just be like, da-da, but I don't. I know some French and I know some Filipino. So, but I think
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. Thomas,
Why do you know Filipino? Really quickly.
Can we hear some Filipino?
sige, marunong naman ako na mag-Tagalog, pero matagal na hindi akong mag-Tagalog kaya medyo mahirapan na ako.
All right.
I mean, it sounds
one
legit.
reverse sentence.
I said,
sure real or
I said
not.
I can speak Tagalog, but it's been a really long time since I've spoken, so it's a little more difficult, is kind of what I said. I was a Mormon missionary for 2 years in the Philippines. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I knew that. Got it. Okay. Wait, so Dekel, we kind of went down a good path there, and I really just want to start learning about you, your history, how you got into pickleball. You did 6 years on the pro tennis tour, didn't you, before you transitioned to pickleball? And then I think you told me one time that it was sort of a serendipitous thing that COVID, your travel, and kind of the end of your tennis career all came together, and that enabled you to join pickleball, and you haven't looked back since. It's been a year and a half now.
did you get any of that
lost
question,
you there at the
Dekel?
end? I lost at the end there.
Okay, your transition to pickleball from tennis.
Yes.
What?
Right.
Thomas
so
said that it was a combination of.
Yeah, I did play on the pro tour for quite a few years on the Future on Challenger tour. Once I stopped, I knew Colin from tennis. I actually traveled with Colin Johns for quite a few years in tennis. I got to know the whole family, the Johns family. And Ben always tried to get me and Colin to start playing. And we were like, no, you stick with your pickleball. We're going to stick with tennis. It seems more legit, just a better sport, And when we were done, we're like, okay, we'll join you for a tournament, see how it is. And then we got hooked. We saw what it was all about, what he was talking about, how much fun it is. He taught us how to play. Then we're here now. I started just for fun while I was still in school in Israel. And yeah, when COVID started, I could really put a lot more effort into it because I could stay here in the US while doing school online, which helped me play a lot more and really make pickleball a full-time thing.
I like it. Okay. And just for those who are curious, you're a pretty good tennis player. You were number 3 in Israel at one point, and then number 370 on the ATP tour in doubles and 570 in singles, correct? Those are like your highest rankings.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Okay.
Thanks. It was tennis was definitely a lot of fun, but definitely a grind. Not easy traveling so much. Like in pickleball, you travel a lot, but it's only in the US, which helps quite a bit. Right. For now, hopefully.
Who was better, you or Colin?
My highest ranking was better, but I think head to head we're 1-1. So
you only played. Oh, okay. So you only played twice, like official.
Right. Yeah. It's not like pickleball here. We play each other almost every week, right? But in tennis, there are so many. They're just a bigger variety of players. You
Thomas, guess what he was going to say?
There's a bigger variety of players, so it's less likely to play.
So
it's less likely to meet up. Yeah.
Right. So it was unlikely we meet up. So yeah, it just happened twice, even though we played a lot of tournaments together.
I like it. Okay. Now you're playing pickleball, and I think it's a no-brainer. We kind of just got to talk about it right off the bat. Major League Pickleball was this past weekend. Yeah. What were your general thoughts? We'll start there.
First of all, the setup was really cool. They really did a good job making a nice center court that was the stands were very close to the court, which I really like for pickleball, honestly. It just creates a much more intimate atmosphere. I thought the streams were very good. They had this, I don't know, maybe the first time they had this, moving camera above the players, which added a new, very cool angle. Lots of different camera angles in general. They treated the players. That's probably the best I've seen, an event treat the players, just started from a great players party or, a general party for the tournament. The players had a really cool lounge with, all the food you can think about, all the snacks, drinks, a couple of rooms to rest in if you want. Just everything was just, really, really well done. From what I hear, the fans were all super happy. I thought the format was probably just the most entertaining format pickleball had yet. It was very brutal too. Every point was very critical, very important. For example, we lost, my team, we lost 2 matches, 15-14 in singles, and one match 15-13 in singles. And then we won one match 15-14 in singles, which just creates a massive drama. Just every single points really matters and throughout the whole event. So it just creates 4 days of constant entertainment.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah, no, I felt like just being there, I felt like the players cared more about every point. And the crowd was even just much more into it than I think I've seen. And the proximity to the court definitely helped with that for sure.
Dekel.
Yeah, I think people like cheering for a team more than just a player or two.
Yeah,
especially over a few days helps with that too.
Yeah, and it was cool to see the players come together as a team, rooting for each other, and on winning points or important points. I mean, they would run over to the bench and dap up or hug each other. And at certain points, I mean, there were I think ahead of the finals, I remember looking over at the cameras and they were in a prayer circle. And that's just not something that you've ever seen in pro pickleball before. So it was cool to see.
A prayer circle?
Right, exactly.
Did their prayer work? It doesn't.
No.
Yeah, that means not everyone is in good standings, apparently. Dekel, I got 2 words for you. Lee Whitwell.
Whitwell.
Please
Oh,
come.
no, I'm
Whitwell.
out. See you guys.
What? From home,
No, yeah.
watching posts on social media, it was the Wee Whitwell show.
Whitwell.
Whitwell show.
Whitwell.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of her.
Yeah.
I've never seen her anywhere. I've been following pro pickleball for over a year. What, where, what, why, how, when?
I feel like she's really improved in the last year in general in both women's and mixed doubles. I've never seen her play singles until she hit 4 winners in a row against me, and I was like, I don't want to see you ever play singles again. But yeah, she played amazing. It wasn't a fluke that she hit a few winners. She did it in her next match again, and in her next match again. She's a very talented player. She never played singles before, so nobody really knew about her, amazing ground strokes. But yeah, she really balled out. She gave like we said, it was so important, those singles points. So she gave her team a few very crucial singles points, which helped them a lot to get in the final. I think that's a big reason why she got the MVP. Obviously, she went 11 out of 14 in doubles or something like that, maybe even better than that. She obviously did amazing in all 3 events. So yeah, what can you say? MVP.
Yeah, are we going to see her more? Do you think? Is she traveling the circuit, or she's got a different life that we don't know about?
I think she's been playing mostly APPs, maybe.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's maybe why you haven't seen her as much.
That's probably why.
But she's definitely streams. Yeah, she's definitely playing quite a bit. I don't know what her plans are for next year, but I think she's gonna keep playing. She's improving fast, and she's a great player. Yeah.
Okay.
Tyson, do you know where she's from?
Arizona?
Close. An island off the coast of Spain, Gibraltar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her Instagram handle is Lady of Gibraltar.
Yeah, I know that, but I didn't know she was from Gibraltar.
Yep.
Okay, interesting. Well, this is about Dekel. I just from home, this is what we were seeing is all the social media posts were just Lee Whitwell does it again. She's gunning for MVP. She's scoring points on everybody. She's running back and forth. And then everybody else just gets to be the losing end of her highlight reel.
Yes. I was fortunate or unfortunate enough to be there.
How does that feel? As a player in general, does that feel, are you dang it, I had good points too? Or are you I celebrate how great that point was as well? What is your...
I mean, all the points I had with her were great points for her. So not much to celebrate for me there. But no, I am super happy for her. She really did extremely well. I was her first victim. So I got a lot of texts and just comments about that. But no, she proved it again and again that it wasn't a one-time fluke.
Okay.
Yeah. She did it to
cool.
She did it to Jay too
as well.
At one point.
And she got, I forget who she played last. She also got a few more points at the end. Yeah. Every time she had some amazing shots.
Are we going to see you playing more singles?
Yeah, more. I'll start playing more singles next year for sure. I need to get the body ready in the off season to be 100% to play these long days of singles. So I can be also 100% on the next days for doubles. Singles very physical, and I do like playing singles. It is a lot of fun. It's something that I love the team aspect and playing doubles, but I also miss kind of from the good old tennis days, playing some good singles and running around a little bit more.
So when you say get yourself ready, are you just talking general fitness, or are you talking injuries and stuff? So are you going to try and cut weight, or just be physically more, more endurance and more.
Yeah, more endurance, just to get the legs a bit stronger. Those are the main things for me in singles, I feel like, or just in general in singles. Upper body is not as important in doubles. It is important, but lower body, especially for singles and endurance, is very, very important.
And I'd say the more these things are televised, the more important upper body will become, as you want to definitely wow the crowd with your biceps.
Yes. No. But yeah, and a few little tweaks. So you gotta get 100% in the body. So yeah, just looking forward to the off season to really get everything ready for a good 2022.
Okay, Thomas, are we going to see you playing more singles?
If no, I will play more. I will play more. I'm thinking about moving to Austin.
Yeah, let's go.
In with Dekel. Dekel, isn't that your home base there now?
Yeah, for sure. I'm at Dreamland, right outside of Austin, where the Major League Pickleball was just at. Awesome place.
No wonder you had so many glowing things to say about that.
Yeah, I might be a little bit biased, but I think anybody you ask will pretty much say the same thing. So,
so at Dreamland, you have you, AJ Kohler, Vivian David, Rob Nunnery.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to Zane, who said he's going to move there.
Yeah.
Ben is planning on moving there.
Right. Ben and Colin are planning on moving.
Colin too. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Jay DeVilliers even said he was thinking about moving there, but that would be
all right. I didn't hear about that one. That'd be awesome.
He said he was thinking about it.
Top secret. Who's your favorite out of those people, Dekel? Like, who would you probably go out with the most?
Wow, that's
we ask the hard questions here. Yeah.
My favorite practice partner is actually Vivian. So she's the one I drill the most with. So I'll go with that.
Okay, that's a fairly safe, reason for that answer. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is it tough not living with Adam? Does a distance get in between you guys?
Yes, it is very
emotionally
tough.
Or physically.
Wow. Mostly emotional.
He didn't expect this question.
No.
Yeah.
This is he didn't want to talk about this. Yeah. He told me he didn't want to talk about this.
Oh.
Very painful.
Fortunately, we see each other quite a bit, and on the road to tournaments, and we play with each other a lot. So that really helps. Helps being mentally stable. So that's good.
And emotionally stable. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. We went over this a little bit with Jay 2 weeks ago. Just the question of as pickleball becomes more competitive, and everyone is now trying to gain a little sliver percentage advantage anywhere they can, and the more competitive it gets, the deeper the fields get, the more that will probably become a reality. Is that you're like nitpicking everything from diet to rest to exercise to exact body weight, body mass, every muscle percentage, everything. And will it be imperative at that point that you live next to your partner so you can see that person almost every day?
I think it definitely helps to train with your partner. Especially if it's a new partnership. Me and Adam have been playing together for a long time. So as soon as we get back on court together, we know what's going on, and we travel so much together anyway. So I think it's okay that you don't have to train and live with your partner, but obviously yes, it does help. The more time you are together, the better you'll be as a team.
So hypothetically, right now.
Yeah.
You have played with Adam for a long time.
Yes.
If you lived next to each other, do you think you'd see an improvement in your game at all, or you already have each other figured out so well that living together or living near each other wouldn't really improve?
I think it would help slightly. Just to work on little things that we need, but it's just we've we've done so much together, and we already talked about so many things, and we still see each other so much, so it won't be such a big of a difference. But let's say if I'm starting with a new partner, and there's a lot to figure out, so that will definitely be very helpful.
Okay, and what's the most annoying trait Adam has?
Whenever I miss a shot, and it's definitely my fault, and he's like, "Sorry, bud, my bad." I'm like, "No, it's my bad. It's my bad. Don't take my bad."
He needles you? He needles you?
Or
is he just sincere and sweet?
He's so sincere and sweet, and everything he thinks it's his fault. For, let's say I hit a high third shot drop that they smash a ball at him, and he doesn't make it over. It's like, "Oh, my bad. I should really make that." I'm like, "No, I know I should not give them an overhead. That is my fault."
Yeah, Adam's a little cutie pie.
I thought his biggest complaint was going to be that Adam always wants to be the big spoon.
Oh, that could be too. Is Dekel laughed? I've heard a little bit about Adam's nicknames for you. Does he have like a full catalog of nicknames in the moment, or is there just a couple of them?
There's a full catalog. I don't want to. If I start naming all of them, I think we'll be here for all day. So I just won't do that.
What are your favorite
for
ones?
Your guys?
If the fans were to chant something at a match for you, what are your favorite nicknames from Adam?
I think a very old one, but a good one is BDL, and he likes to constantly write it in and on Facebook messages or comments and stuff. Instead of writing anything, you just say BDL.
BDL.
It just it's which is big D long, big Dekel long, but it's just it's a funny one.
Yeah. Okay, I like BDL. Okay,
so
cool.
Going back to Major League Pickleball and the uniqueness of the format. So you got to play alongside people you wouldn't typically, outside of Adam, right? Well, no, you played with. You're actually probably the one player who got to play with kind of your pick of the litter, right? So you definitely had an advantage there. But what about playing against matchups that you haven't seen before? What was that like? Were there any that surprised you or you thought had great chemistry? It's like, oh, I don't want to see them on the PPA tour together or something like that.
Yeah, there are definitely some good teams. I thought Ben and Rob played really well together. Rob is really dialing in on that right side, and Ben is Ben. Played awesome the whole weekend. And I thought we played Jay and Lauren. I thought they played really well as well. Jesse and JW also did great. There's a few good teams that felt were right, just played amazing together right from the start. I know Vivian and Leia are doing incredible together. They started that in Hilton Head. I think they're undefeated now for quite a few matches. They went undefeated in Major League Pickleball, and
crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And in Hilton Head, so they haven't lost a match in quite a bit. Yeah, we'll see how they're playing now in the Masters together. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, this weekend.
Yeah, I'm here right now. I'm at the. I'm at the resort.
Oh
no, he's staying a little bit down the road, but
yeah, you don't want the fans to swarm. Dekel, Major League Pickleball. We've got to stay on this topic till we've exhausted it. Any changes you would make to Major League Pickleball in the future? What would you like to see as an improvement there? Anything did it all feel right?
Honestly, it was great. Not something I really have to think about. I thought that it was just it depends what you look for. If you look for entertainment, I thought that it was perfect. The format was perfect for that.
Player enjoyment, perfect as well.
yeah, they really treated the players super well. I really can't say more good things about that event.
Okay, they nailed it on their first try.
I think so.
So
Okay.
I think the plan is moving forward, just because a lot of people were wondering about this, like, okay, what's the future for Major League Pickleball? The current plan is to do that twice a year, and then expand from there. So that's kind of like the current status of everything.
With a new draft every time, or keeping same teams?
That part I don't have an answer to, and I don't know. It changes things a lot if there's a new draft or if they keep teams.
I know, but I think that if you want to really root for a team, you got to stay the same teams for a certain period of time, like maybe a year or 2 years, and then a redraft after that, because otherwise you then essentially are just choosing your favorite player, and then that team becomes your favorite team if the draft just happens every time they play, right? So, but I think, yeah, there's a lot up in the air anyways, because they wanted to just see how this first one went, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to last thing about Major League Pickleball. We're not done with it. Sorry. All right. So the Chimeras, right, which was Lee Whitwell, Lady of Gibraltar, Annalie Waters, AJ Kohler, Kyle Yates. In Pickleball Forum, Tyson, there was a lot of back and forth about the fact that they had received the lowest draft grade, and they were pretty much counted out. Lee Whitwell was a very, very late round pick. Dekel, what do you think about that team, and why do you think they were so successful? Because they were undefeated for quite a while, and they only had one loss going into the final.
Yeah, I thought from the get-go that they were a great team. Honestly, I was very surprised about the grade they got. They got Annalie, obviously, one of the best players, no doubt. And I knew she would. I thought it would pair pretty well with Lee, because Lee is a very consistent player. She's like a backboard. She doesn't make a lot of mistakes, blocks everything. And then you got Annalie that can be aggressive and really take charge and kind of control the point. So it's actually a good matchup. It's a good team. You know, you got the aggressive player and you got the defensive player that will set you up. And then you got AJ that played with Lee a bunch of tournaments, so they're a proven pair that did well. And obviously you got Kyle and Annalie that they just beat Ben and Simone a couple of weeks ago. They played a bunch together. They're a top team. And that's with like your second guys pick, which was Kyle. I thought Kyle is playing really well in the last few months. And then Kyle and AJ both playing great right now. So I thought all their teams were good. They didn't really have like okay, this match we're not really counting on that one. They could win any match, and they did. That's why they were so consistent, because even if one team didn't do well in that meeting, the others did. Their depth was really good. And if they did go to singles, all of them play good singles. You got Kyle, you got Annalie, you got AJ, and Lee Whitwell. So that balled out and against the number one guy every time, and either beat him or got tied. Like she did so well. Just that whole team was very deep, in my opinion, and every matchup there was good.
Cool. Even though they ended up losing the final, there was a clear sense of like vindication, and Kyle Yates even went as far as to like call out all the chatter that was happening in the forum. And I think that's one of the coolest things about something like a pickleball forum is, okay, you can go in there, you can get in the conversation, you can, for the most part, keep a pretty good pulse on everything that's happening in pickleball, and then you can also like
get in a fight with Kyle Yates. Yeah.
To the point, well, they'll call you out after at a big moment like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty sweet.
Have you been called out before, Thomas, by a pro?
For spelling names wrong mostly.
Oh no.
People are very sensitive. People are very
upset at me
sensitive
for
about
saying
that.
her name wrong.
Yeah, you nailed my hometown, sir. You're good with me.
Okay, good. Dekel's not gonna just like skewer you on the forum.
Maybe on something else.
Okay.
You know how though, like there's always those things that you just kind of pronounce wrong your entire life. I saw this is a total tangent. I saw a like an Instagram meme about this girl who pronounced rotisserie chicken her entire life as rotisserie chicken. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Just the stream of consciousness here, guys. That's what you come to the PicklePod for.
That's what happens when you don't correct someone on their mispronunciation. They just keep going along with their mispronunciation. So you're actually doing a favor to somebody by correcting them. Let's go through us three real quick and just say how tall we are. I'm 6'3". Dekel, how tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
Okay. Thomas?
In Timberland boots, I'm like 6'2". So
it's pretty good.
In Timberland boots, you're 6'2".
Yep. You can do the math.
I call your bluff, sir. That would be like a 6-inch heel on that thing.
Yeah, I think I'm like 5'10", 5'11".
Still a good height though. I'll
say 5'10" and a half. I'm 5'10".
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Just curious. There was no reason for that.
Okay. Can you touch a basketball rim, Tyson?
When I jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can touch one when I jump.
Dekel?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yeah, man. I asked. I teed myself up.
Of course.
Okay. Have you ever dunked a 10-footer?
On an alley-oop.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's some good hops there, Thomas.
Yeah. Hops back in the day. Yeah, it's springy.
Well, me and Dekel don't have to answer that.
Yeah. Hey, so Dekel, with Ben moving to Austin, you kind of have and Rob Nunnery too. You have all three of you from Pickleball 360 are there, right?
So Pickleball 360 is Ben and Colin. So yeah, we will have all three once Ben and Colin.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
But yeah, so that would be definitely helpful for us. It's a lot of fun working with those guys. If anybody wants to check Pickleball 360 out, it's an instructional video. We have a subscription that we have online. Ben and Colin, just amazing instructors. We also have our amazing camera guy behind the scene, does it all. We're really looking to expand that and add more different content. It'll definitely be helpful once they move.
Is that all skill levels? Yes,
for all skill levels. We got all different types of drills, all the type of lessons, anything you need, you'll find there.
And is it video tutorials and then like a subscription-based service? Is that how it works?
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Correct. So
and how often do you put new content?
We got a video out every week. We currently have 85, or if we're in the 80s in videos, and we add one every week. So.
And when you purchase a subscription, I then have access to all 85 of those videos plus every new one you come out with.
Correct. Yeah. And we also do some live Q&A stuff and match analysis, and we have a bunch of more plans of stuff to do.
Cool. Okay. Cool. I'll check it out. And then Thomas won't know how I got so good. It'll be a secret.
There you
go. You learning from the best.
Yeah.
And then you have another business with Ben again, right? Which is Pickleball Getaways. Basically, you guys travel and play pickleball in cool locations with fans slash customers for like an entire weekend, right? I don't know if we lost you there, but
Dekel Pickleball Getaways.
All right.
So we go Europe, anywhere you want. Lots of different types of trips. If it's the all-inclusive type, or if it's the more touring type. So we play. We have lessons every morning, clinics every morning. We play with the clients in the afternoon. There's lots of great food, lots of great touring. And yeah, it's always a blast for everyone, for us as well. We just love doing those trips. We have one coming up in a week. So really looking forward to that one. Less than a week, a few days, right
Where?
after the Masters.
Where are you
in
going?
Costa Rica.
Oh, that'll be fun. You'll get such a sweet tan there too. That's gonna be perfect.
Yeah, that's what that's what we need after being in the sun for
in the sun for 6 days straight.
The last 15 years.
Oh yeah, you can never get too much of that vitamin D, right?
That's true. No, exactly.
Has Adam ever called you vitamin D?
Oh, that'd be a good one.
He is not, but maybe that'll be a new one.
That's the new one. Vitamin D. Get you some vitamin D.
Add one to the thousands that he has.
Yeah, I'll message him and tell him that that's your new nickname.
Well, it's cool that you have a couple businesses in pickleball. Good time to be a business owner in pickleball. I was just having a really cool conversation with the Waters, so Annalie Waters' dad, Lee Waters' husband, about just everything that's happening, all the investment in the space, the conversations that they're having with like really impressive brands, a lot of stuff that they can't reveal yet, but is in the pipeline, and just speaks to the trajectory of pickleball and where it's headed. So it's exciting to see.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm curious if you've been having or seen anything in particular of late. I always like to kind of get a sense for this that is a testament to that kind of like continued growth that we're seeing in pickleball.
Yeah, I mean, I think Major League Pickleball was a huge sign. You saw like all the they sold all the teams super fast, and wasn't wasn't so cheap. So it's great to see a lot of new investors coming in and creating such a great event. Obviously the PPA and the APP tour are both growing, both having more tournaments, more prize money, more sponsors. You see in the Masters they just got Hyundai as a sponsor recently. So just more and more companies like that. We'll see how it goes with there's bettings next year. I'm sure that'll good for the sport, and get more and more sponsors and more eyeballs. So there's just it's endless. It just keep growing. It's so great to see.
Yeah, I will be interested to see the reaction to introducing betting to the sport, only because I think you will then have angry fans sometimes. Right? I don't know how often that happens now. It seems like everybody's pretty cordial and friendly, but owning a losing ticket's going to make someone upset.
Yeah.
Well, even more than like
for sure.
Gambling, I feel like just being on the media side of things, I'm seeing more and more like media brands, social accounts want to share highlights from pickleball matches. Yesterday, Bleacher Report and House of Highlights reached out to grab one of the videos from Major League Pickleball, and like they want to throw that up there. So
cool.
I think the sport's just exciting. Yeah, and like if you think about a lot of there needs to be more storytelling in pickleball, because like Dekel, you have a really cool story, a really unique story. Anna Lee, the 14-year-old who's taken the pro tour by storm, that's a great. And every single you look around the tour, and I
can tell her story. I think
like
she was born, and then a few years later, she started playing professional pickleball.
Yeah,
and then won a national championship.
Yes,
like that.
Before she got her driver's license. There we go.
Oh,
easy.
Before.
Yeah, way before. So,
wait. So, Dekel, you were. We might have talked about this a little bit, but you're sitting out singles for this weekend, PPA Masters, just to get some rest, right? Because you're going to play.
Right. Just finished Major League Pickleball 4 days, and then hopefully got a couple long days in mixed and men's doubles. So yeah, want to be 100% for the doubles events for this weekend.
Who are you playing mixed with?
Playing mixed with Callie Smith. So we just got a bunch of good practice and good matches in Major League Pickleball, and he's so much fun to play with. He's an amazing player, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, I like that. Are you guys going to play any tournaments in the future after this one? Any plans to play with Callie more?
Yeah, we have a bunch set up for next year. So yeah, very excited for that too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a lot of new interesting pairings. I think the most recent one I heard was Lucy Kovalova and Catherine
Callie, right?
Parento. Oh, and Callie? Or is it Catherine?
Oh,
No, Catherine's playing with
Callie.
Jesse. Yeah, Catherine's playing with Jesse. Lucy's playing with Callie. Both of
Get your
those
facts
teams
straight.
Are fun to watch.
Right.
Are going to be a ton of fun to watch.
Great teams.
Those
That's pretty
fun.
cool. Okay. Any other partnerships that you're kind of?
Well, where's Lucy's partner going? Her
Simone?
current partner. Yeah.
I don't think anybody knows, or I haven't heard anything. Do you know Dekel?
Dekel knows.
I think she has a bunch of different partners for next year, but I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I know she's been
Yeah,
having some issues with her knees, so she's
right. I
resting
think she
now.
needs. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of take it easier, maybe, or just day by day and tournament by tournament is what it sounds. If she's got a bunch lined up for next year, then that would, to me, signal that she's just going to take it weekend by weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough. It's been a long season.
Yeah, it has been a long season, right? How many days of pickleball tournaments have you played this year?
Oof. I lost count.
How many days in a month?
Probably played on average, like 2 tournaments a month here this year.
Which is how many days a month?
6.
6 days.
I guess
a month?
6 just of like actual play, or maybe it's like 7, or it depends on which tournament.
Okay.
But you got all the travel days before the practice, and the tournaments days are just one thing. All the practice that goes before is and all the travel days. It's probably like 4 travel days or 6 travel days a month. I don't know. It adds up.
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot. Half the month you're gone.
Takes a toll. Yeah, exactly. Takes a toll on your body for sure.
Yeah.
What do you do? Okay, so outside of pickleball, like, what's your go-to?
So when I'm trying to rest from a long tournament, love some, just some chilling with friends, watching movies and TV shows and stuff like that.
TV is so good, right?
Tennis. Yeah, it's something for the evenings when you're just resting.
Yeah.
Obviously a lot of work with Pickleball Getaways and Pickleball 360, but like I like to play tennis every now and then. Me and Ben try to play sometimes. It's been a while now, but we had a while there that we went a few times. And yeah, just checking out Austin. Honestly, I've been going around Austin quite a bit, seeing everything it has to offer. Dreamland. It's just honestly, I live on Dreamland, so it's just like a constant entertainment. You don't really need to look for things to do. They come to you. They bring Major League Pickleball. They bring the Sumo US Open Championships. They bring, it's just, you don't know what will be there next week. Every weekend there's something cool going on, concerts or whatever. So it's just, you really don't need to look for stuff to do.
So is Dreamland just like a big venue? What is Dreamland?
Yeah. It's a big venue. Yeah. They got a couple mini golf courses. They got obviously 16 pickleball courts, a concert area, a live music stage, beer garden with food, drinks. They got so much more area that they're planning to build stuff in. Just constant entertainment all the time. So it's pretty awesome to call that your backyard. So can't complain.
Are you gonna stay? Are you gonna stay there? Are you gonna keep living there? Or are you gonna move like downtown Austin?
Right now I'm staying there for the foreseeable future. But
easy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we go if you want to go to town. It's not that far, 35 minutes. So yeah, and Dripping Springs, they're not a whole lot to do, but you got Dreamland, and then if you need Austin, it's not that far away.
Yeah, when you're bored, you just go find a new barbecue spot. That's
There you
what
go.
I was doing. I kept just going to get
Plenty of those.
everywhere.
Yeah, they're so good. They're just so good.
And are they good for you?
I like to think so. Meat's good, no?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna even. I'm just gonna stay neutral here and just be like, if you like it, great. If not, I support you as well.
I appreciate that.
But every day, Dekel, I think, is too much. I think that most people would say that barbecue every day is a lot.
It is a lot, yes. But I mean, when you're in Texas, it just tastes so good.
It's all they have.
So Dekel, you're signed with the PPA, correct?
Yeah, correct. This 2021 season, yeah.
And are you re-signing for next year?
No, I am not. I'm going to play both tours. I like to next year, especially with our getaways and stuff, having a flexible schedule helps me a lot. Also playing with Adam. So it just makes sense for me next year not to sign, just to have the flexibility.
What if you could like give it a ratio? What's the ratio of PPAs to APPs for next year?
Relatively even. Maybe have a couple more APPs than PPAs.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Relatively even.
Interesting. What do you like about the APP better? I'm putting you on the spot right now.
Wow, you are. I think they're both doing a good job and growing the sport, and both are, from where they started, they both come a long way. I think they both have good tournaments. That's why I want to play both. They both have good venues. They both have good tournaments, good prize money, good players. Yeah. Hey, I'm playing both.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm putting you on the spot, but I think a lot of people ask that. They're curious, right?
Yeah.
Like there's two competing tours. They're both trying to do a lot to edge out, or at least put themselves in front of the other. And we've talked about this ad nauseum. Like it's great for the sport, but I think it confuses people, especially newcomers to the sport. They're like, what's going on?
Yeah. I think they're I actually think their competition is good. So I think they're both they're both doing better because of each other. Like I don't think if there was just one of them, we will be where we are now. I think both of them won't be as good. Wouldn't have been as good. So yeah, I do think some of them. I think maybe the PPA, some of their venues, especially this year, were definitely better than the APPs. But I hear the APPs next year, they have some good new venues as well. So looking forward to seeing those. Both have pros and cons, and we'll see how next year goes.
Got it. Okay. And you're teaching at Dreamland too, right? I mean, that's how you spend most of the weekdays, right?
Right. So I train and I teach some at Dreamland. I travel a lot, and there's not a whole lot of time. But when I do have time off and I'm in Dreamland and I'm available to teach, then some camps, some clinics.
Mm-hmm. When are you going to be in Arizona next?
I think the Mesa APP in January. So I'm hosting that one with Vivian David, the one who went 14-0 in Major League Pickleball.
Yeah,
I'm there with her. So there's Vivian, counting on you to carry me there. So that's my next time in Arizona.
Okay, because I live here. Yes, see me soon. Would you want to play singles with your non-dominant hand versus me?
Sure.
Start practicing now.
Okay.
Irina beat me like 12-10.
She did. Okay, that makes me feel better with her left hand.
Yeah, but she also practices she's better than a lot
with her left hand. Yeah, she's good with her. Yeah, she's definitely very good with her left hand. What was the score?
12-10. I had an early lead. I was out like 6-1, and then she I could see her like calculating and learning on the court as I was like not adjusting anything. I was just like, I'm in the lead. This is good. Yeah. So I'll keep practicing with my dominant hand, and you practice with your non-dominant hand, and we'll see.
I'll start working on it. That's what I'll do every day in Costa Rica now.
Oh, promise? I played Jay left-handed as well, but we played doubles, and he said his hand and arm were so tired. He had to keep they were cramping up and stuff because he's like, I don't ever hold a paddle with my non-dominant hand for that long. So he's like, it was actually quite difficult to go a whole game doing that. So at least do enough that you can finish a game.
Okay.
But don't take away from your preparations anywhere else. So this is now a new added thing.
This is extra, and it's it's working on your left hand. It's of course
it's probably good for you.
It's more, honestly, I've been hitting a few shots with my left hand, just kind of when scrambling. But anything you add is good. So I'll take that challenge.
Okay. I mean, I'm not challenging you. I'm just saying it would be fun to play, but we don't have to gamble any amount of Bitcoin on it unless you want to.
Sure. Unfortunately, I don't own any Bitcoin, which I really should. But we could bet some lunch or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine too.
Tyson, I'm surprised you like playing singles so much when you can't really earn any in singles.
I think you can. I think that's possible, but it
is. I think Jay earned me in one of the 4 points we played in Major League Pickleball.
It's definitely more difficult, but Jay. I do. Since I played Irina in singles, I've been enjoying it more because there's moments where you're with your partner and you're like, oh, my partner. And at this point is like, there's nobody to blame except for yourself every time for everything. You're like in charge of your own fate and destiny completely. And I do like that aspect of it. I also like getting my cardio in. So that's a good way to get cardio in So when I play doubles, I'll play doubles for like a couple hours. And then if there's anybody who will play me singles for a few games before I go home, that's what I do.
I like it.
Good. Yeah.
I think the other thing about playing with your offhand too is I just switch to sometimes a two-handed backhand, especially from the baseline, just so I can get more power and control. And in working on that, I found that playing hitting with your offhand really helps you like perfect that technique, because then you just add the other hand and it's like the same thing, right?
Right.
Maybe this conversation will have created an unbeatable force in Dekel by mid 2022, and they'll be like, what was it? And you're like, Tyson. It was Tyson, and they're like, Tyson McGuffin, and you're like, no, Tyson. Tyson won.
It's all thanks to Tyson. Got me, a few extra shots to a few extra backhands, or some lefty shots. Who knows what'll happen?
Who knows? The only time will tell.
Dekel, okay, so Dekel, that last question for you. In our last episode, we actually broke down some technique a little bit, and I think our listeners really like that. So you're teaching a lot. You're obviously one of the best players in the world. So just kind of talking generally about pickleball, improving your game. What's like one thing that, like a small adjustment or something you see that's a common shortcoming in most players, that if they made that tweak or they made that adjustment, their game could really maybe jump up a half level or whatever?
The main thing I see, and are you talking about lower levels here, or like
mid levels,
2 5s, mid levels, 3 5s, even honestly, even higher levels, 4 5s, 5s. I feel like one of the most underused things is staying really close to the line, close to the kitchen. A lot of people kind of want more time, so they go back. I feel like that's in all levels, even some pros, honestly. And I feel like that you just lose so much when you do that. There's so much advantage about staying in the line, unless somebody's attacking you, and like with a high ball, I really think staying on the line is crucial. Like dinking and putting pressure with your dinks, just reaching in there and taking the ball from the air, cutting their time, and also creating more options for yourself. It's a lot easier to disguise your shots if you're taking them from the air. If you do attack from the air, there's a lot less time for your opponents to react. So there's just a lot of great benefits of really staying as close as you can there, unless you really have to go back. So that would be my tip.
That was good. That was like unrehearsed. You nailed that. I'm clipping that. And that's going right in Pickleball Forum.
The highlight right there. So we'll compile these throughout all of our podcasts, Thomas, and if we follow all of them, we will create the perfect pickleball player.
I like it.
There you go.
So, okay. Anything else, Thomas?
Nope. And Dekel, were you saying something?
Dekel, closing remarks here.
A lot of even the pros, they take little things from each player. Like you see a lot of other people hitting. I know I took a few shots from people, some from Ben. At least I'm trying, and some from others. You just see a good shot from a player. I think it just makes sense to try to do it yourself too, or try to have your version of it at least.
Right.
Just add more stuff to your game.
Yep. That's how I was in basketball. When I would play against somebody with a particular move, I would pick it up, and that's like my game was very eclectic, and that actually helped me develop a ton. But cool, man. All right, that's all we got. Dekel, thanks for joining us. Tyson, did we keep it tight enough for you? I know you got to get on the road.
I'm on the road right now. I was just, you did keep it exactly tight enough, because if you said one more thing, I was going to be like, Thomas, we got to stop. Good luck this weekend, Dekel. I'll be rooting for you and watching as much as I can on the streams. Thomas, you definitely won't make the stream, but I will be enjoying watching your highlights that you film and clip and show, and hopefully we'll get to hear the melodious sound of your voice in the commentating booth.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Melodious.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks, you.
Guys.
We did it.
That's PicklePod.